This is the second video in a series designed to improve the design skills of the woodturner. It's targeted at the turner who has developed some skills with their tools and wants to work towards producing more visually pleasing and exciting pieces. This video looks at how the act of drawing can help in this process. I often hear of turners mounting a piece of timber in their lathe and exclaiming that they have no idea what they are going to produce. Whilst this approach can on occasion produce some attractive pieces, I feel that the approach is rather hit or miss. Most often the results are disappointing. We can, however, increase the probability of producing good work if we pursue one simple activity, and that is drawing. The simple act of drawing helps us produce better work in a number of different ways and for a number of different reasons. Let's examine some of them. Firstly, the act of drawing is cheap and easy to pursue. A simple HB pencil and some paper is all we need to get started. An eraser is optional. Much cheaper than setting up a turning workshop, which seems to continually soak up funds as we buy new tools and equipment. Drawing can also be done almost anywhere, anytime, provided you have pencil and paper. You can draw on the couch, on the train, at a cafe, or whilst watching television. I find some of my best drawings are done during boring meetings. More importantly, drawing is free of the lathe and its tools and restrictions. We don't have to present our tools at the right angle, ride the bevel, or sweat the skew dig in. We can draw whatever we like and just pursue flights of fancy. Most of the time I don't draw to design particular pieces. I just draw figures and forms that I think might look okay. Sometimes I'm just straight out doodling. I don't think it's necessary or even desirable to draw precisely what we're going to make. I think that by drawing, we're giving ourselves a repertoire of shapes and forms that we can try our hand at when we eventually get to the lathe. Sometimes some ratios of width to height or even reference drawings can be helpful. However, if we're going to make something precise or to plans, then detailed drawings are a must. Inspiration for our drawings can come from anywhere. We can be inspired by natural forms or geometric objects, doodles, animals, sea creatures, people, even buildings or machinery. The list is endless. My suggestion is to use objects that reflect you and your interests. Think back to the things you were interested in as a child, or your other hobbies or interests. If you're interested in machinery, for example, start by drawing some of the details of a machine that you own or can get pictures of. Image searches on the internet are an endless supply of inspiration. You can keep your drawings in an inspiration folder and reflect back on them, even years after you have done them. A lot of people say, "Oh, I can't draw," to which I would say that everyone can draw to some extent. Some appear to do it better than others. And like all things, the more you do, the better you get at it. And there are many tips and tricks that can help improve your drawing skills. I talk about that in another video in this series. So now let's say we've done our drawing. We may ask, how do we relate that back to wood turning? I think there are a few different approaches. As I've said earlier, just by drawing shapes and forms, we have a repertoire of ideas to take into the workshop. Taking a reference drawing is a good start, and we might try to reproduce something close to it as our next project. Alternatively, we can produce a full-size drawing that we might transfer to a blank. For this mirror, for example, I used translucent paper so that I could easily rub the background to transfer the drawing onto my blank. You could equally transfer a bowl profile to a template and use that to create a form. Our drawings can also be used when we want to decorate or embellish a turning with etching, pyrography or carving. The decorations on these two pieces came directly from sketches in my ideas. These paperweights came from sketches of organic forms like flower buds and seeds. By drawing, you will develop a better eye for forms and the curves that produce turnings, be they scoops, finials, coves, beads, bowls, boxes or the like. So for now, just get out there and do it. All you need is a pencil and paper and some time. I guarantee that you will see opportunities for creativity in your work that you hadn't thought of, simply because you have done some drawing.